Notice it's the same exact way that David slew Goliath. In the face of what looked like overwhelming odds against him, if you were they were placing bets that day, they would have been overwhelmingly against David. But he took confidence in God. He didn't look at how big Goliath was. He didn't look at how small he was. He looked at how great God was. And he took confidence in that. And that's the key to the giants. The first generation said they were giants. And next to them, we were grasshoppers in our own eyes and in their eyes. But the generation of giant slayers, they say they are giants, but next to God, they are grasshoppers. And we stepped on them. The story is told of an explorer in Africa, and he's surrounded by lions, and he cries out, save me, and all of a sudden the lion stops and bows down its head, and the explorer says, wow, we're saved. And the lion looks up and says, no, I was just bowing my head saying grace before meals. In Hebrew, remember what you saw here about that. The word is lechem. The giant will become lechem. David before Goliath has the exact same attitude as Joshua and Caleb. He's saying basically, I'm not going to read what he says, but it's amazing. Goliath is threatening, harassing him. David says, I don't fear you or your threats. Today, God is going to give you into my hands. He's not just saying, I'm going to escape you. He's not just saying, I'm going to prevail. He's saying to the giant, God is going to give you into my hands. But he couldn't just say that. He had to stand and fight and run. You got to do the same thing. You can claim that too. The giant, you're going to be given into my hands. But you got to stand and fight. God is giving them to be our bread. That's the attitude of the one who's going to slay the giants. I'm not running away from you. I'm running toward you. That is to be your attitude. And what did David and the Israelites and Joshua do? They fought. They rose up. They fought in confidence in the promise. If they didn't do that, the giants would still be there today, harassing them, oppressing them. But instead, they rose up, they fought, and they won. David went even further. So you have a fight, but it's a good fight. Don't shrink back. Fight that bully in your life. And so what did David went even farther. I mean, maybe he went farther than he had to. I don't know. He went there. He slew Goliath. And what did he do? He took that sword and cut off his head. Okay. Brought it back to Jerusalem. Now, you don't see that in the coloring books or children's bedtime Bible stories. You don't see him holding that head. But David was saying, I want everyone to know the giant is dead. And it will no longer harass us. We will no longer be ruled by giants. They will no longer terrorize us or oppress us. And you want to have the same attitude spiritually. Not only will I overcome the giants, I'm going to make sure it's never coming back. That it's finished in my life once and for all. I totally neutralize it in God. I'm going to cut off its head.